Hello, parents and guardians. My name is Mrs. Alcorn, and I am so excited to meet you tonight. And at some point during the year, I know we all have busy lives, so maybe you're watching this on another day. But I am very honored to be teaching your kids this year. They are awesome. I think this is going to be a great year, and they're being very patient as we navigate this whole new world. So, welcome to AP Environmental Science. So here's a description of the course. We study everything from ecology to volcanoes in this class. We look at Earth systems and how they interact with each other, and we look at the human impacts on the environment. The four big ideas that carry throughout the course, throughout all of the units, include energy transformations, and this is seen in both ecosystems and on solar panels. If you have solar panels, let me know, so maybe I can get some of that data for a lesson. Different species in the environment, and of course, sustainability is a big theme in this course. How can we use the resources on Earth to have a great life while still being stewards for our environment? So this is my hybrid strategy in a nutshell. I am 2 weeks in. The kids are saying that they like and they seem to be figuring it out, which is great. I am basically posting work. I am not releasing all of the work at once because a lot of kids said that was a little bit overwhelming. So I've adapted that to their needs. But I'm basically trying while we're in, because who knows, it's COVID time. We don't know. The only thing we know is we don't know what's going to happen. So I'm trying to make their in-person days to be fieldwork based, lab based. I want to get them off the screen. I want them to do something and collect data so that it's really worth it for them to come in and have a good experience. I'm recording my notes like I am doing right now with you, and they work on those on other days. They analyze data other days. And then on Wednesday, we come together and do one kind of virtual Google Meet. And yesterday we did our first breakout room adventure with A Week, and that was interesting. But they did great. I was the one who was going crazy because I could hear everybody in the rooms talking, and yeah, it was a little crazy. So if your child, for instance, comes in on Thursday, on Monday they're going to work on the week 1 or week 2, whatever week we're on, day 1 assignment. On Tuesday, they will work on the day 2 assignment. Wednesday, we're going to do Google Meet with my cat because I'm broadcasting from home. Thursday, we'll do a lab. This week, the lab is measuring different trees in the forest and identifying them. And eventually next week, we're going to take that data and calculate how much carbon is stored in the Greater Lowell forest. And then Friday, they do the day 3 assignment. So depending on their day, they might be working on something differently, but this is generally my strategy. And I'd be happy to answer any questions you have regarding this tonight. My grading policy, this is a college level course, therefore tests are given quite a bit of weight. And this used to be 50%, but because they're doing so much work independently, I've weighted classwork more. So that used to be 15 and I took 10% and kind of moved it. So tests are 40%, and your kids are all very bright. They are probably used to getting really high scores on all of their tests. However, the AP environmental exam is a college course, and the average tends to be 65%. There's usually only 1 or 2 students out of the cohort who get in the 90s. And I do not scale this. This is because I really want them to have a realistic expectation of what the AP environmental exam is like. This exam is one of the most rigorous exams that the College Board offers in science. Only 52% of students across the nation this year got a score of 3, 4, or 5, which is accepted by college credit. So I really need them to up their game so that they can be successful on that exam. And quite honestly, this will help them to become more competitive in college. In science, many of you were probably science majors in college, but if not, the exams are very rigorous, and it's very different experience than a high school exam. However, if they want to ever redo a lab or classwork for a higher score, I do accept that. You should expect them to have shop week homework. This is going to be primarily where the textbook reading and taking notes will take place, stuff that they don't really need to do with me. And because we have a lot of content to cover by May 14th, which is the exam, please expect them to be working on their shop week too. But they can spread that out. I usually give them over, I usually assign it on a Friday, and then it isn't due till the Sunday before their next class week. What can you expect from me? I try to design good lessons. A lot of students seem to enjoy the subject matter and find it interesting. What's great about environmental science is there's a connection you can make with any shop you're in or any field. From the health field, we were talking about heat waves and how that impacts human health. Then we're talking about different car designs another week, talking about hybrid and electric cars. So it's kind of cool. This course has everything for everyone, and I try to really relate it to their interests. I'm on Google Meets. I'm always available if you need extra help or want to reach out. I have also given the students my phone number, and they've used that very responsibly so that if I'm out in the field during class and they are working on an assignment and have a question, they can call my cell phone. And I've started to bring students along as well. I've started, it's kind of crazy, but I bring my phone with the Google Meet outside with me so people can jump in and ask questions, and that's yes, new world. I try to respond to emails within 24 hours during the school week. Can't promise weekends. Sometimes I like to go offline up to my friend's house in Vermont, and there's no reception. So weekends I can't promise, but week I can. What technology are we using? The College Board last year launched this My AP resource, which is fantastic. It is, I don't know if this is record. Are you kidding me? Oh, it is. Okay, we are recording. Present. So the College Board My AP resource is phenomenal. And there's practice questions on there. And they also, this year, because of COVID and all the, who knows where people are at, they release daily videos by experienced AP teachers that are great. So those resources, really this course, the world is your child's oyster. They can really put as much into this course as they want to. And the kids that really commit and embrace it and go for it are the ones who do well. We had many students last year who scored 4s and 5s, who did really phenomenal job despite the pandemic, because they were like, we got this. And I see that in all of your students this year. People really want to do well, and I know they will. I make a lot of videos like this, and I put them into a website called Edpuzzle, which allows me to have little prompts and questions to check their understanding of the notes. It kind of forces them to watch the video, for lack of a better word. We do study games using these sites called Quizzes and Kahoot. That are kind of fun to review material and kind of hammer that into the brain for the AP exam. And I have started a YouTube channel, Alcorn Environmental, with my low budget videos like this one. Field work. Now, this is really more for last year, giving 1 day's notice before we go outside. We're going outside. Pretty much expect to come outside, unless, of course, there's extreme weather. Your child can expect to be going outdoors year-round. And please contact me if this is an issue. If they have an extenuating circumstance, we will work around it. Also, if boots or field gear is an issue financially, I know times are really tough, especially with the pandemic. You can just reach out, and we have a lot of resources at the school that will make sure your child has what they need to fully participate. But we make maple syrup. We tapped the trees last year, and then we weren't able to make it because we were kicked out of school before the sugar stopped running. We measure trees. We do water quality testing. After the AP exam, this turns into a garden. We're done with the content, and we start the garden for next year. It's really a lot of fun, and we do a lot of tree work. I'm affiliated. I'm a mentor teacher and do research at the Harvard Forest, so there's going to be a lot of forestry because that's fun. Here's some recommended supplies: rubber boots, sunscreen, change of clothes. I love this off. I have some that they can squirt if they want to. I know different people have different sensitivities, and you can get some of these fashionable things at Walmart for $14. So the AP exam is Friday afternoon, May 14th, 2021. Friday afternoon sounds like a blast. Actually, I like it better than Monday because Monday it's like coming off the weekend. So this whole course is designed to prepare your child to sit for the AP Environmental Science exam. Now, in order to gain university credit for this, they need to score either a 3, 4, or 5. And this is very difficult, but they can do it. They've just got to stay with me. They've got to work. They've got to actually read their book, take notes. But that's a skill that's going to serve them well in whatever field they do. Now, getting college credit for this course, it's considered a one-semester laboratory science class, can save them up to $2,000 because I just finished my doctorate at UMass Lowell. Each course was like about close to $1,500. Then a lot of times you have books, you have fees, you have student loans because when you're 18, it's difficult to pay for college. And so this course can really, it can be one less class that they need to take in college, and this can be a really big financial help to many students. So here's just some class activities. We go to a graveyard to collect demographic data from the 1800s to make a survivorship curve. And then we compare it to modern survivorship, and that's one of my favorite trips. Sometimes we have guest speakers. This young woman was getting her doctorate at UMass Amherst, and she did climate change research in Antarctica, came and visited us. So maybe we'll do a Zoom with her. Who knows? This is the end of the year. These young ladies, we decided we wanted to collect some trash around the school and make it beautiful. I guess it's after Earth Day. There's leaves on the trees. It's probably May. So a little bit about me. Hi. I got my bachelor's degree in biology from Clark University, master's in education, and I just finished my doctorate from UMass Lowell in May. So that's great. And that was good timing because this year is a lot of work moving everything online. So I'm happy to be done with my dissertation. I work with the Harvard Forest. This summer, I worked as an AP reader and scored the environmental science exams. Fun. It was actually really interesting, and it's definitely going to impact your students, which is great. I've done some research in Ecuador, and I was awarded an Earthwatch grant, which is a really fun program. Went down there and looked at some caterpillars, and I'm currently on the Dunstable Conservation Commission. So if you want to know about wetlands, give me a shout out. Maybe I can answer. Maybe I can answer you. I'm still learning. I have chickens and I make maple syrup. So I'm looking forward to meeting you this year. Have a good one.